So I'm back, and let me tell you, I had an amazing time in England. God, what an experience. We just had a fantastic time. We saw so many sights, things that were just magical. Wales was mind-blowing. I'm not going to go into all of that stuff, but let me just say I had a fantastic time, and it was awesome. But, so I'm here to talk about, things. And I got to admit that, when I went there, I was, like I said in the previous video, it's like, why am I being sent to England, to Wales in November in the midst of all these changes here with us and our planet and our consciousness and everything? And I got to admit, I was sort of halfway expecting something truly otherworldly to take place, or this whole shift thing to happen, some portal to open. That didn't happen. But I'll tell you, what I think did happen was that I was sent to a place where things are still very much third dimensional, even though they're shifting over there, and I could feel it and I could see an awful lot of things. I'll go into that. But things were still very much three-dimensional. And I think I was sent to a place where I could ground myself for maybe the last time before this whole thing hits us. Because it was very grounded. It was very densely third-dimensional. But there was a shift that was definitely in the midst. What I felt was that the stones, everything over there is made of stone. All the houses, the buildings, the roads, stone fences everywhere. Everywhere. And of course, what is stone? It's crystal. And so all those stones carry all sorts of information and energy, just like any crystal. But they're everywhere, and I could really pick up on how their society, their culture, that part of the world is sort of in a grid, in a dense, deep grid that's been permeating that landscape and those people for ages. And I felt the whole thing, and I could actually see the grid. I've been picking up more and more on seeing the grid. And what I experienced over there was very dense in that. But at the same time, I could feel those stones changing their energy. And I could feel and see that what was taking place with everyone over there was sort of the beginnings of a changeover. The energy in our planet is really different right now, and I can really feel it coming back home to California. And the change, I'm still disoriented. I mean, part of it's just jet lag, but I could also feel a change in the air. And things are about to pop, let me tell you. But I could, and being at the airports, all the different airports that we went to, I could see that people are sort of going with the momentum of things as they have been. Because the grid has changed. And the grip on all of us is not what it once was, but there is this societal momentum within us that's sort of keeping us on track, even though the boundaries are starting to break down and we are shifting consciously, and our reality is sort of in flux right now. And what I could see within people is, particularly at the airports, is they're just sort of still caught up in that momentum. And sort of moving through that, just, as a matter of rote. It was interesting to watch, but I also saw a shift in energies that was lighter, and there was, I guess you could say, a joy in people that was noticeable, which was amazing to see. But, excuse me. So where was I? While we were there, we went to a place called Castlerig, which was an ancient stone circle. And immediately getting there, I felt an energy that was immense. And I was just hit. I touched one of the rocks, and I immediately downloaded all sorts of information. I saw what was taking place there. However long ago, I saw it. I felt the energy. It was a portal, and I could see that it's a part of a portal system that connects to other stone circles, various circles and portals around the planet, and most likely within the planet, and maybe elsewhere, I don't know. But I saw the beings, tall, like 8, maybe even 9 foot tall beings, slightly elongated skulls, and they were wearing robes. I guess you could call them, the tall whites. That term gets used a lot, and I know it's not just one race of beings, but it's sort of a catch-all term for a certain type, and I think that's what they were. And I actually saw that it was very brief, but I could see vividly what was happening there, and they used it as a portal. So that was something really to behold. But let me tell you, things are really happening fast right now, and you're going to see things take place very quickly that it's going to be amazing. And we're in the middle of it. When I left California and I was away for a couple of weeks, not knowing really what was going on. I was totally out of contact with anyone here, and I did hear about the fires, but I didn't know how bad it was or what was going on there. And there was some other events that took place, and I'm sure you guys know probably even more than I do about it. But upon coming back, I got some information, and I could feel a change in the air. And this is coming at us hard and fast right now. So I think I was sent over there to England to maybe get one last shot at this whole third density thing, but also to watch it from a different perspective, because that's what happened. I don't know, I can ruminate more about that, but the point is that I got a new perspective of what is happening on our planet, which is great. So traveling really opens you up in a lot of ways, gets you out of your own paradigm and your own little box. So that was good for me, and so I'm sharing that with you now. Had an amazing time, but I also shifted in subtle but significant ways, and I'm sure I'm going to have a lot more to talk about in the days to come. But coming back home, there is a mild disorientation where my home does not feel the same as it did when I left. I recognize things and I don't recognize things. It feels like home, but it does not feel like home. That's probably common for anybody who travels, but this is different. There's something different about this. And It's exciting. It's to be expected given what is happening on our planet right now. So prepare yourself, go with the flow, allow it to move through you. There's a lot of information that's going to be coming at you. It's going to be coming through you. You're going to be downloading it directly. You're not even going to have to go to the internet or check the news, or it's just going to come through you, and you're suddenly going to know things. And you could double check by looking at the media. But trust what you know. Trust those downloads. Because even though you may not fully understand what it means, or where it's taking you, or taking any of us, that part doesn't matter. It's sitting with it and aligning yourself with this new energy flow. It's going to shift your mind, your awareness, even your body. So whatever feels right, do it, but meditate with it. Allow it to sink in and become a part of your consciousness. This is what I'm really bringing back with me, and as I'm speaking, it's sinking in more. So just go with it, because it's awesome.